So I was gonna do a cute video, a fun video, where I taught y'all how to make fantasy maps. Because the world is sad right now. Yay! And I wanted to have some joy, but no. Because guess what? American children are going back to school during a global pandemic. Okay, now here's the thing. I do not blame the kids for anything. No, we're not gonna blame them. I don't blame the teachers for anything. I blame our freaking president and the people who are like, yes, I'll send my kids off to die because they need to be socialized. Look, I understand that. I understand because the first 2 weeks of the pandemic, when I didn't have school and I couldn't see my friends, I basically laid in my bed in a depressive state. So, I get it. However, it's not gonna fix our problems because we've royally screwed this up and you're basically sending your kids off into a petri dish of coronavirus. Now look, here's the thing, however, if I end up going back to school, yeah, I get the option to stay online. However, because of things I may need for college down the line and things that could help me in life, I will probably end up going back. I haven't decided yet because I don't want to have to make that decision. I don't think you should say, hey kids, make this decision yourselves. I think we should realize that, you know, all the kids who signed up should go to school, should be able to have a full school experience. And if that's online, it's online. That's totally fine. I'm sick of Karens who are like, yes, I will send my kid off to die because these schools need to reopen and teachers are just lazy. Teachers are not lazy. People are like, teachers handled online schooling so terribly. Well, guess what, hun? That's because they didn't really have any time to plan for it. So they just had to switch online and do their best. It's not their fault your kid didn't do their homework. Well, that's another thing. Why do people blame teachers for when the kids don't do stuff? And I'm not talking about little kids, because I get that there's some, maybe a little responsibility there, but again, little kids have a short attention span. But I'm talking about high schoolers. The teacher is not in charge of a high schooler doing their frickin' work because they should know better by now. And I'm not talking about kids with ADHD and stuff like that, because that's a whole different thing. And another thing on here is that, you know, some of the richer schools, private schools, boarding schools, they don't have to go back because they weren't threatened to have their funding cut. Or schools kind of where I live, a lot of the schools are a little nicer and could maybe afford it. So again, this also disproportionately affects children in poorer districts, so because they can't really afford to go online or do any of that, so we're just saying, let's send them off to die, which is stupid. And I hate the argument that it's like, well, they were gonna die anyways, or well, they were meant to die, or something. Honey, we don't have free healthcare, so that's just 1, rude, 2, wrong, 3, okay, if one of these people was your friend or your child, because remember, we don't know who gets this and how they get it, we just know that preconditions affect it a bit, but well, good and healthy kiddos can get it, so you could be saying, yeah, my kid deserves it if they get it, which is whack to me. So, anyways, what I'm really trying to say here is there's no reason to open schools up when you could just do it online and help save some lives before, because this pandemic will get worse because you're sending kids off. And guess what? Guess what? Kids are stupid. Oh yeah, kids are pretty dumb. I say this as a kid myself. I have seen the people I know who I thought were smart going out to parties. I don't know what that's about, but you can't let them. You just gotta close schools. And every day I'm rethinking my decision to do things, but I wish that you didn't say, yeah, let's just throw this option on the kids, or just force all of them to go back, because you're also putting more stress on the teachers, who are underpaid, by the way, because we should pay them more and not pay, I don't know, cops who aren't doing their jobs more. Just the thought there. So anyways, again, I'm just angry. I hope you understand why I'm angry, and the fact that I can't do anything about it because I'm a freaking teenager who's either gonna be sent back to the school or watch my friends go back while I sit online. And there's also that thing where I'm lucky to be able to have this option and be able to maybe stay at home, and some kids don't, and I'm just mad. I'm just mad because people aren't taking this seriously. And the second you see a mass grave being dug in your country for something, and people are like, yeah, it's a hoax, it's not true, you just... This should not be a political thing. A lot of things shouldn't be political things, and they are now, and that's stupid as heck, because everyone deserves to live. And yeah, I don't think that should be a controversial statement. So anyways, next video will be nice, unless I'm angry again. And see y'all soon. Bye.